Bennington Show. Did you contact E-Rock? He's got some drops for you.
I did.
Old school drops.
Contact him immediately.
Immediately? So let's do the show first.
Okay.
Christopher.
I'll wait till after the show to contact Eric.
The Big Brother season starts very, very soon. And you guys have already recorded your first podcast?
I was not on the first podcast, which is fucked up. I had a prior commitment that I could not get out of. And so Vito went ahead and...
Vito, come on in.
Scumbag.
The whole thing, Big Brothers. Are you still calling it Big Brothers, or are you trying to new name this shit?
I thought Big Brothers worked.
Yeah. Well, brothers is plural.
Yes.
And if there's only one brother...
Yeah, then that becomes a problem.
Vito, you did the first Big Brother show without Chris Stanley?
Yeah, well, I mean, I had to because Chris wasn't available, and I wanted to get the preview episode out
The
there.
show starts tonight, right?
The show starts tonight, which is earlier than I expect. Usually it's a Wednesday, so that threw me off, but I had to get the episode out, and we had a great guest for the first episode.
Who's that?
It's Matt Hoffman, one of the founding members of the Brigade.
Listen to everybody, how excited they are. One of the founding members of the Brigade. Now, why would you have left Chris out, though?
He wasn't able to do it that day.
This is the opening thing of the year, okay?
And he wasn't able to go, and I had a guest.
Oh, you went?
Well, I mean, I had to go to do the podcast. The premiere party is tonight at Slate NYC. If
Are you going?
I'm not, because we have plans.
Well, we have plans at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I could go. I might go after.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, and I went last year.
You could miss the big meeting that we're having with the boss.
No, I don't.
For your
think,
precious Big Brothers podcast.
I don't.
Oh, you don't like it?
I don't like that he kicked me off the fucking the preview episode.
You were offered to be a part of the episode, and you had better things to do.
I had better things to do. I had an appointment I had to keep.
Well, some
Now,
people...
here's the thing. You don't need to be invited, Chris, if you're one of the guys.
True.
You would say, there is no podcast without Chris Stanley.
I could have done a hard line move like that, but apparently the special guest, one member of the Brigade, and Adam Pock had more
great,
fucking...
man.
Was bigger than me, Chris Stanley.
And Matt Hoffman. And Matt Hoffman was a guest on the podcast last year. I think you might have missed that episode too last year.
I think you're right.
Me and Matt Hoffman have some serious beef.
No, you missed Enzo, and Enzo you knew was a big deal for me last year.
You knew that. And you didn't care.
You knew getting Enzo was one of my top priorities last year, and I got him.
Doing a podcast with your brother in arms and Big Brothers should be your top priority. You should cancel them and then fucking say, look, Chris can't do it.
Well, I'm not canceling, but the episode had to be done. We had to go through the cast.
Who cares about the preview episode? We want to hear people talking about what happens on the first episode.
But we wanted to give people a heads up of the people coming to the house. And Matt and Adam in this episode, they've watched every single interview. They've read things. Matt stalked one of the contestants' Instagrams and learned about his girlfriend and gave a perspective.
Can I say this, Chris?
Yeah.
It sounds like for this year's Big Brother, Vito's embarrassed of his big fat brother.
You don't have to be embarrassed about me.
You know what? He'll kill himself. How's that, Vito?
Yeah, how you like that?
Fucking feel better?
I'm going to start my own Big Brother podcast where it says Countdown to Suicide.
Dude, I would not mind if you guys did fucking dueling
Big
Brother.
podcast?
Yeah, it would
All
be
right.
fucking great.
No, what are you going to talk about in your Big Brother podcast? Because you barely watch the show.
Oh, please. I fucking watch everything. I got feeds. I got everything going
You
on.
use my feed password, so I changed the password. You're
Who
screwed.
expected this turn coming so early in the season?
I didn't expect this. I was trying to backdoor me, Ron.
Tell me the truth. Which one of these guys you think would do a better Big Brother podcast?
Vito, because he's so invested in the show. He
Jesus
just
Christ. Everything you do for him, Chris.
That's it. Fuck you, Earl. I'm going to start saying terrible things to these people.
He watches the show He watches the show. He watches it when it's not on the air. He follows it religiously.
He watches it when it's not on the air, he says.
No, but he's following every aspect of it. He watches the selection process and everything. He's totally invested in it.
Who would you get to be on your podcast? Bronx, Johnny, and Chris?
I'll do it solo, Ron.
Oh, my
I'll do
God.
a fucking solo, fucking dueling Big Brother podcast.
I got a feeling that you're going to come back tail between your legs and say, what are you doing? Vito, what are you thinking
I need
about?
one of them to grab something from the studio, but they're not looking at
What do you
their
need?
phones.
Gail forgot something down here. Just to run it up to her. So Ron,
Up to the 37th floor. Just go up to the top of the stairs.
Ron, as I was saying before, Vito tried to distract me. My fucking Big Brother podcast would be much better. People would love it.
No, I don't know, man, because you don't know anything about the show. It's literally me and Adam talking while you like throw in a few insults about people.
I don't insult anyone. I'm fucking positive
We
about
had
every
to tell
single.
you to stop insulting cast members.
Like who?
Look, you said some horrible things about one person last year.
I know that you're trying to be part of the Big Brother complex. Like you want to be part of Big Brother. I want to be an outsider, all right? And I want to be able to say whatever I want about the house guests.
Yeah, but I mean, it might mess us up for future seasons getting guests if you're calling people like bad
I don't need
names.
it.
But what are you, a corporate fucking lag to CBS?
It's different when you're like insulting their gameplay versus just calling them like bitches and.
I didn't call anyone a bitch, all right?
Yeah, you do say stuff like that. Now I'm remembering. So Adam took some offense to that too, huh?
Yeah, because he knows these people. And we're just trying to do a show. We're trying to give you the inside scoop every week on
You're
Big Brother.
in CBS's pocket.
I'm in anybody's pocket.
And everyone has a fucking agenda, but you know what? I'm a guy without an agenda. I just want to talk about Big Brother the way I want to talk about it and give people the real fucking dirt.
By the way, you know what would be better, Chris?
Yeah.
Why don't you do a match game podcast where you just talk about the TV show Match Game?
Old school? Like old
Yeah.
episodes?
Do you know Adam Puck's wife, Tara? Vito?
Adam Pock's wife? Yeah.
Yeah. You met Tara? She's on the phone right now.
Oh.
Hey, Tara.
Hey, it's actually Farrah. Hi, Vito.
Hey, Farrah, how are you?
I am good. I am so excited that you guys are doing the podcast again, and I am so happy that you're getting him out of my hair to do the podcast with you.
Oh, that's nice. He stays pretty obsessed, huh?
Just a touch, yeah. He's just a little obsessed. I never watched it until I met him,
Really?
and now I'm hooked on it. It's the worst thing, and I love listening to you guys.
I thought that you only married him because he was on Big Brother.
No, we were
Yeah.
only together 10 months when he first got on the show.
Is that
And he
right?
told me when we first met that if I was okay with it, that we could be together, but if not, I was going to have to move on because this was his dream.
He loves it so much. But
Oh, he does. That and Tori.
now do you think that Vito is losing weight? He'll be able to be on that show? Because that's why he lost the weight, basically.
It's one of the main reasons because
Yeah.
I want to be a comp beast.
Yeah.
But now you can't be Santa Claus, Vito.
I dressed
true.
as Santa for Farrah's school last Christmas, and I dressed as Santa and gave the kids presents.
Aw, I didn't know that. That's very, very sweet.
Yeah.
So selfish.
He did. And, Vito, if you get on, then you're going to be my favorite Big Brother player of all time.
Wow.
Over Adam. Fez plays Santa Claus every year, and he doesn't even put on a fake beard. He just lets his beard go down.
That's way
He'll
better
probably
than
be
Well,
me.
he
starting in
wants
a
to come
couple
to my
months.
school. I'm shopping for a new Santa, I guess.
Oh,
But, Vito,
yeah,
you look
down with
amazing.
this skinny
I'm so
guy.
proud of you.
Yeah. Fair. So nice to meet you. You have to stop in sometime.
Oh, anytime you want. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day, and good
right.
luck with the podcast.
All right. Take care.
All right. Bye, guys.
You stayed pretty quiet during that, Chris.
Look, I'm not here to attack Adam's wife. I'm
Farrah.
here to attack Vito and his subpar Big Brother podcast. Look, I'll start a podcast called Bro Watch right now, and I'll
Bro Watch sounds like something really different than watching Big Brother.
I don't care. I want it to be called Bro Watch.
Dude, you've been holding me back this whole time.
Look,
we all know
all
it.
I need is 20 minutes to break down Big Brother every single
You'll
week.
do it in 20 minutes.
20
You're not going
minutes.
to commit to the full hour. Smart.
It doesn't look. It's a changing media landscape, Ron. People may
You
not
know
have.
what? You're right,
People
dude.
might not have enough time to listen about Big Brother. Look,
He's very right.
I'll have all my own segments on Bro Watch. It's gonna be great.
You don't do that on Big Brothers. You've never had
Because
any
you're
interest.
the one. Maybe you're the one holding me back, Vito.
You've never once suggested a segment. I have to give you notes on what happens all week on the show.
Look, I read Reddit. I read.
No,
4chan.
you don't read Reddit. You only read 4chan, and it's just to see GIFs based on the show.
It's GIF.
And you go to BigBrotherNudes.com. That's the only research you do on the show. And you tell me, oh, look, a nude is dropped of Elena this year.
Yeah, but you know what? They're so rare now that everybody's fucking,
And guess what? I'm not scared of CBS, so I'm going to talk about the news.
I'm not scared of CBS. I just, I don't see the point in calling house guests bitches and sluts.
I'm going to say whatever I want about the house guests on Bro Watch.
What's
Chris, anyway, you get booked on Bro Watch. I've never been booked on
I
Big
would
Brothers.
love to have you. If you have 20 minutes during the week, Rod, you could come on Bro Watch.
So you get 20 minutes, sure.
All right, great. So
That's easy.
Looks like my first guest will be Ron Bennington on Bro Watch.
I can't wait.
Ron, you'd have a much better time on Big Brothers. I mean, Big Brothers, the name, now that it's not the Big Brothers, the name could change again. It's changed every year, so it could be a new name this year.
I also think I could get a guest on,
Oh, that'd be great. Like who?
Farrah Park.
Oh my God, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, she'd be able to come in. We could talk about the strain of having
Yeah, that's a
loved
great
one
angle.
on the show.
She'd come in around minute 12. She'd
Yeah.
get like the last 8 minutes.
You never thought about minutes into the show.
Look, Bro Watch, I'm feeling really good about this.
Charlie in Texas has a question for us. Go ahead, Charlie.
Hey, Ron. Show's still getting better.
Thank you. We're really trying every day.
Yeah. Anyway, the reason I'm calling in with this topic is on Juneteenth, you sat back from your comedy personnel and talked to this guy who called in and said, "Why can't everybody just be American?" I really respected the way you handled that. Last night I was watching an Instagram video of this black kid in a classroom, right in the face of a white boy, and he was telling him, "Shut the fuck up, you white boy, or I'll slap the shit out of you." And then he turns to his teacher and says, "It's because of you I'm not making good grades." So this big thread went down, and I chimed in, just trying to get educated, saying, "Well, how is that not racist when a black guy calls a white guy white boy in anger?" And man, the thread lit up on me. They said, "You have no idea what the struggle is. You will never know." I go, "I'm not even white. I'm Greek and Mexican." And they go, "Well, you fit the bill. You're
definitely not white.
You have no problems."
Well,
and I'm like, I'm just trying to. So I mean, people went off on me because I said I don't understand. I go, "Well, I'm just trying to figure out why that y'all think that this black kid's actions in the middle of a classroom yelling profanities and cussing at his teacher is okay." And
well, I don't know any school that would allow anybody to get away with that. But to get back between the racial insults, I think it's because we've never been hurt by the term white boy or cracker or what's the other one? Honky.
Honky.
My honky hurts a little bit.
Peckerwood.
Peckerwood. I think that's the big difference. We've never been the suppressed people.
No.
If we were, we would see it differently. That's why stuff like short jokes or fat jokes or old jokes or fucking that hurts white people more than anything.
Oh,
You know what I
definitely.
mean? That's the shit.
Fat jokes are terrible.
Yeah, like a fat fucking joke would remind you of what a racial joke is like.
Yeah.
Even though fat people haven't naturally been suppressed, but it becomes a lot more personal. Am I wrong or right with that, Earl?
I think you're 100% correct. And also,
Seems like I'm so good at race stuff.
They're really good.
Hey, Earl, would you like to come on? I think it's Stalking Bros. What are you calling it again?
Bro Watch, Rod.
Bro Watch. Would you like to come on Bro Watch and give us the black any black people on this year, Vito?
Yeah, my pick in the first episode is actually a black woman I picked to win the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
What does he know about this?
What do I know, or what does the black female I picked know? Chris. She's a fan of the show. She's in marketing.
Mm-hmm.
She's coming in with like a straightforward attitude that she's not going to be afraid of people. She's not going to back down. But the marketing strategy job she has really made me think, oh, she knows how to spin stuff. She knows how to sell. It's a male-dominated industry. Also, she's from Maryland, lives in Brooklyn. Those are two tough places to live. I have a lot of confidence in her.
Most of Maryland is really, really nice and easy to live.
I was thinking the Wire part of Maryland,
Yeah,
and I was
that's
hoping that's where she's
That's
from.
like 5 blocks.
Racism from the Big Brothers guy.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of racism.
Yeah. Or I could book you on Bro Watch probably between minute 8 and 12. Because then we have Adam Pock's wife coming on from 12 to 20.
that would be the first black guest on this inaugural broadcast, too.
Yes, you would be. You're going to be the Jackie Robinson of Bro Watch.
That would be the first black guest of either Big Brother podcast.
Earl, the race stuff hurts your feelings?
It still stings.
Yeah.
It really does because, it's 2019. You know what I mean? You think we've made strides, and we really haven't. We just haven't. We're just still as awful, really, to each other than we've ever been, and we're just.
I don't know if we were as bad now as we were during the Jim Crow years, or let's say right before the Civil War when we literally had slaves and were beating them, or after the Civil War where it was okay to string people up. I think we're a little better.
Yeah, I mean, I remember asking my father, I was like, what was it like? They grew up during segregation. And I said that had to have been horrible. It was horrible in the sense that there was an undercurrent to it. But he didn't hear the N-word regularly until he came up north. You know what I mean?
Well, that's because he finally was interacting with white people.
No, and
I asked my parents, I go, what was it like during segregation? They were like, we didn't even notice. See, we didn't even notice.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. They said, I didn't think there were black people.
This video just came out of like Queens in 1975 of like little like black children being called the N-word and like yelled at by white people on their block, like don't come through this street.
Yeah.
So like I think things are better in Queens today than that.
I'll tell you, my neighborhood in the 70s, people were fucking openly racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, the video he's referring to is like these are the first black kids to move out into the suburbs. It was predominantly white suburbs, and they just got
Yeah. You know why? Because
crapped
people
on.
in the suburbs only moved there to make it a white neighborhood. You know what I mean? So they're like, what the fuck? Now what I got to do? Move out in the country? What I got to do? Milk cows? I want to see that video, but I don't want to watch it here, Vito.
Okay.
I don't want us to play something with the N-word on. You got to watch yourself.
Well, you can hear that on Big Brothers, I guess, in the preview episode.
No, that's not coming up in the preview
I
episode.
fucking hate Big Brothers now.
What?
Yeah.
It's available on the iBang every week, and you should just go check it out.
I can't wait for Bro Watch to fucking launch.
When's the first episode?
I mean, I'll figure that out. When's
20
the show
minutes
start?
ahead. Tonight.
All right, so I guess the next episode is going to be this
This
week.
should be the first episode right here. The announcement of
what minute are we
Bro
at?
Watch.
Don't want to go over 20.
I like the idea of keeping it tight like that at 20. Because I told you last year, I was listening to you guys in the car a couple of times. I was really into the show for a while, and then like I would hit a point where I'm like, okay, man, enough. It's longer than the episode.
There was one episode that was far too long because I overbooked it. I booked 2 different guests one episode. I hadn't done that before, and I think that episode went 2 hours. And that was a mistake.
Bro, no one wants to hear 2 hours of Big Brother talk. It's hard to watch a 2-hour fucking, what is it, premiere tonight?
How would you forget the word premiere? Out of all the words you can forget.
Oh, I
Hey,
know.
anybody from New York?
Yeah, a lot of, like, there's 2 Staten Island people. There's a few Long Islanders. There's Jersey.
Anybody from New York?
No,
That's what I'm asking.
Staten Island's the closest. Long Island and Staten Island are the closest we got.
Ew.
Long Island.
How about a Queens kid, huh? You know, this is what I'm gonna trash them in this first episode.
Why do you want to just trash it so badly?
Maybe because I have an opinion, Vito, and I want people to have it heard. I'm not fucking just sucking off the titty of CBS like you are.
I'm not sucking off the titty of CBS. I just, I'm pretty critical on the show on Big Brothers. You might remember that if you showed up to a few episodes last year.
I was at most of those
No,
episodes.
you weren't. You called into 2.
I was away for the weekend.
You called into 2, and one of them you called in from the office to the studio.
Dude, you pushed him off the show.
Yeah.
Isn't that enough? He's
Yeah.
got his own show now.
Yeah, now I have Bro Watch. I can say whatever I want for however long I want. Mostly be 20 minutes though.
Because, I mean, I get why you're doing 20 minutes because you don't watch the show. So you don't know what's going on.
You will get all
Dude,
the
you
fucking...
pay attention to your side of the street. He'll pay attention
Thank
to
you.
his side of the
Because
street.
guess what? When you listen to Bro Watch, you're going to get the best Big Brother analysis with real opinions, not some bullshit fucking CBS tells Vito what to say. So he doesn't.
CBS doesn't tell me what to say.
They're
But you
certainly
were
not.
worried about getting on the show.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, look, I'd love to be on the show one day, but my concerns were that Chris was calling people sluts and slut shaming them for jerking off people in bumper cars.
I didn't slut shame anyone. It's a positive thing to get jerked off in a bumper car.
You kept making fun of her for doing it. You kept saying she did nothing all year. She just jerked people off in a bumper car.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
speaking of which, I was watching the thing for Bert Kreischer's cooking show.
Oh yeah.
And Bobby Kelly was on there saying that he was jerking off in a canoe when he was younger, and he fell in the water. I mean, I think jerking off in a canoe, I would keep that to myself.
I wonder if he fell in because he came, or was it just?
Hey, it's tough to keep a canoe upright.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good point.
I wonder if he finished after.
I think just thinking of the story makes them finish. Did you know that we missed the fucking women's soccer game yesterday?
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
We had it on.
You had it on where? Here?
Yeah, we had.
Are you telling me that I didn't look up once during the show?
Well, it was the end of the game was the beginning of the show.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So like when we started, it was like minute 86, I think, or so, because I looked up.
Yeah. John in Virginia, we haven't heard from him in a while. He wants to ask you a question, Chris.
Of course.
Go ahead, John.
Hey, guys.
Hey, man.
Hey, buddy, I got a couple things. Before I get to my question, it's been 2 years since my mom passed away, and you guys helped me out, but could Chris say the Hail Mary after I ask my question?
I can try. I'll try.
And, okay. My question, Chris, are you really going to do the Big Brother thing, or is this just another thing of your thing?
Is this another thing of your thing, Chris?
This is not another thing of my thing, because I'm assuming that's negative, so it's not another thing of my thing. You'll get 20 minutes of a fucking bro show bro watch every week.
I like the
I'll
bro
watch
show.
I'll watch yours instead of Vito's.
Thank
All
you.
right, that's nice.
I'm converting the Big Brother heads, Ron.
Yeah, I see it happening.
All right, Chris, thanks for singing Hail Mary to me. I appreciate it.
All right. Hailed Mary.
It's not a past tense. It's hail.
All right. Hail. I think this. Hail Mary. Full of grace. The Lord is with you. Hollow of the name.
Hmm.
The kingdoms come. May God have mercy on your soul.
Well, you started to mix several different things up and then
Did I?
ended it with, why would God have mercy on your soul? What are you putting someone to death now?
All right, I didn't get that right.
You know, there's like an overall plot to a prayer.
Guess what? There's gonna be an overall plot to fucking Bro Watch, and it's gonna be beat the shit out of Big Brothers.
That shouldn't be your only concern.
Oh, also exposing all the Big Brother people as well on this show.
Hey, I can get you a guest.
I would love a guest.
Louis C.K.
I'll take him.
Damn, you're getting all the guests.
I don't know if he watches Big Brother, but I don't watch it all that often. So
We can just talk about what he's been up to. That should
Exactly,
be
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
So this is minute
I
17.
mean, I don't think the listeners are going to mind that you don't focus on. You get a guest like that, you know?
I think they'd be more upset if they just talked about Big Brother.
Yeah. Why is he just talking about Big Brother?
Listen, this is Bro Watch. We have a format.
Okay. So that should be good.
Yeah, I'm
This
excited.
is going to happen now.
Yeah, it's on. 20 minutes a week. I'll figure out what day to put it out on. The show's on what, Wednesdays?
Dude, it's on 3 times a week. You could guess any day and it'll probably be right.
Okay, great. So yeah, Wednesdays.
So
you're
you're
Wednesday
gonna
do
do Wednesdays, the day after there's no show. Tuesday there's no show.
Maybe I'll just put it out on Monday because that's when
Why don't you
everything's
put it
happening.
the day after the vote out?
When's the vote out?
That's the day I come out on.
I can't come on the same day. I want to fucking beat him to it. I say Mondays, so that there's there's a Sunday episode, so I get to fucking talk about the vote out.
See, he doesn't even know the Sunday episode's just nothing. It's just a highlight reel.
That's right.
This is Bro Watch.
That's
all right?
that's the night that I skip.
Well, you're not
You know,
going to
let's
skip Bro
face
Watch.
it. I mean, I've been I think I've seen every season of Big Brother. It's never gone on with other people.
Yeah, it's like it keeps the same core fan base throughout, and then a few years ago when Frankie Grande got in, like a weird amount of teenagers got into it who
Hoping
still.
that his sister would show up.
Yeah, well, it was like right before she really blew up, but
Agreed. I remember when he was like, Mariana Grande, and it was like, who? That's my sister.
and one girl in the house, the girl was the only one who knew who she was and really cared about it.
She's trendy.
Yeah. She's one of my favorites. Victoria Raffelli. Do you know who that is, Chris?
She sucks.
He's right.
I mean, she wasn't a good player,
I'm
but
gonna
she.
bring the hammer down on her.
Why can't you bring the hammer down on these people?
Everyone's gonna be, who gets the hammer of the week? You just get off.
That's a great segment, Hammer of the Week. It could be a current or past fucking house guest.
You have to come up with something on your own, though.
Chris, if this is the hammer of the week, you nailed it. And Vito, who's your music? We haven't done that in a while, where we just bring up the fact that you're Italian. Earl, what do you think is worse, black people or Italians? I mean, stereotypes. Who do you think gets the worst stereotypes?
Black people.
Really?
Still.
Because, you know, you're mobbed up when you're Italian.
Yeah.
What do you think the number one stereotype is for black people? Let's play match game. Earl said that the number one stereotype, everybody write it down.
Okay.
Earl's getting tired of black stereotypes. He says the number one stereotype for black people is, and everybody write in. Nice. All right, Earl. Earl gets so sick of black stereotypes. How sick is he? He says the number one stereotype for black people is
Lazy.
lazy.
Oh, okay.
Chris, what did you have?
I had the number one stereotype is big cock.
Big cock.
Big cock.
Oh, Chris, I'm sorry.
Fuck.
Vito,
I had gang violence.
gang violence. Can we accept that for lazy?
Man.
And I had the number one stereotype for black people is Central Park 5, which doesn't match, but I think it does match Vito. So congratulations. Vito and I are out to a lunch at Bill's Burger Joint. That was fun, Earl. You did the best you could, though.
Can't believe
You
it.
really think lazy is the number one stereotype?
Yeah, because then when you bring up reparations, they go, "Oh, black people looking for another handout," which
Yeah,
is the
that's true.
assumption that we're lazy.
That is true.